So for now, right now, what we're going to do is we have Kiha Huskett on the line again, and he was on our show 2 weeks ago, and he was telling us about what it means to be in Sinixt land and to be among the sovereign nation of the Sinixt people, and how everything has developed really up and around the Sinixt people and their viewpoint from what it means to have been here for 12,500 years and watched the culture grow up around them. And when we met yesterday, Kiha Huskett mentioned to me that he wanted to have just a couple minutes to tell our audience and clarify a few things about what we were talking about last week. So, Kiha Huskett, you're still there?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to give you the opportunity to follow up and say what you wanted to say.
Yeah, right on. Well, first of all, a couple of weeks ago I gave the people, it was quite a long talk, and I fed the people an awful lot of information to digest. So in a couple of weeks now, I feel that they have digested all of that. And I was just wanting to clarify something. When I spoke of this territory here as being an old territory, and that at one time, we had a very high consciousness level. We honored the earth, we honored all the foods that we took, and honored the water, honored the wind. We honored everything as a living being. We were really high in consciousness, even though we knew that something had to die always so that we could be here on the planet. But even though something had to die, we always gave homage to whatever had to die. And we really honored that, and we respected that. So with that, we had a higher consciousness level. We never took any more than we needed. We didn't slaughter, we prayed about it first and asked forgiveness of what as our weakness of being humans. But then we honored everything that we took into our being. And so we had a very high conscious level. And most of the reserves, then they got banged around, and they really got worked over and everything, and yet they kept their consciousness level very high, and that's what they kind of, all the warriors were dead, so this was the old ones and the younger ones, and so they just kind of hung back there, and they prayed about everything, and just knew that all of this would pass. And then somehow, and now only a couple hundred years later, what I want to tell the people, that this high consciousness level that I'm speaking of, it is, a lot of people think they have a high conscious level, but then in all actuality, the conscious level is really the way that you live and how you live your life. It's so that here's how our conscious level will be in turn. Each one of us will have a chance to measure our own conscious level in truth. How did we live that consciousness level? Did we actually live it, or did we do things unconsciously? Now, and so that's what in a way, if you really think about it now, a lot of these here in our native cultures, what I'm speaking of, I've seen that high conscious level in just a few years in my lifetime when all the old ones all passed away and all the old teachers were gone. On our reservation, at one time, you could go there to any home, and they would welcome you at the door, no questions asked, bring you in, feed you, give you a place to stay, and get you on your way, go in and wave, and you made a friend for life. But our conscious level in that time, through the boarding schools, to all we went through, now if you go to that very same reservation, first thing they want to do is beat you up. They don't even like natives from another tribe or another part of the reservation. Our conscious level has dropped to zero. And that's what really hurts my heart, because we had it once and we lost it. But it hurt my heart for a while. But then I looked around me here in this valley, and I seen young people that their conscious level has raised so high. I'm amazed, and I just thank the Creator for that. Even though my own people lost their conscious level down below because of the greed for money and drugs and whatever they're doing, their choices, everybody has a freedom of choice. Their choices in their life has dropped theirs to zero, maybe below zero. The ones that want to mine are below zero, I say. Mm-hmm. And then so these ones up here in my backyard, I've been watching for 26 years grow, and they have such high conscious level that I'm so proud of them. These people in this valley, I'm so proud of them because they live their consciousness. And so that's what I mean to say. Some of these special entity groups and the people that they have no consciousness what they're doing. Their only thought is money and paying bills and things like that. That's as far as their consciousness level goes to the living mother, you know. And so there's other people that conscious level is higher. And I don't want my message to my people here in this valley that are listening is to really beware. Don't let what somebody else is doing drop your conscious level so low you have to fight them on their level, and look how much you've lost. Mm-hmm. And you haven't gained a thing. All you did is drop down to their level. Mm-hmm. Always rise above it and know that it's going to be all right, because the Creator does have a plan. All of creation, there is a plan on this creation, and it has to do with your consciousness level, not how much money you made, or not how poor you were, or anything like that. Some people with a high consciousness level are the poorest people in the world, but they do have a high consciousness level. The reason they don't have anything is because if anybody needed more than them, they would give it away if it was with good reason. So with that, you know, I don't want to take a lot of time here. I just want to, really want to express, that you people that were up there, and when the policemen came and everything, and they found out that people were of a higher consciousness level, and that made them calm right down, if you notice, because they notice that in people, and they know if you have a higher consciousness level, then there's nothing to fear, so they don't fear you, and they'll calm right down, and then you can start talking reason to them. Everybody has a built-in mechanism, they're going to fight you, and then pretty quick, if they don't have to fear you, then the fight goes out of them, and then they start listening. And so with that, you keep your higher consciousness level. And a lot of you kids up there, you did exactly that, and I'm very proud of you for keeping that high consciousness level always. Don't let nobody else bring it down. I saw it all over the world here now, even in most sacred is over there in the known is the Hopis, and yet they're split right in two right now. So half of their consciousness level they lost, but still they maintained at least half. On my reservation down that I escaped from down there, well, that their place down there, I would say, of all those people, the consciousness level down there is probably 1%. So that tells how far we've gone the other way. I don't want these people up here to go that other way, I want them to maintain, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad it seems, just keep on to their faith, keep their keep it as high as they can, their pressure, and look at everybody, and don't judge mankind that we are a part of. Just do your own part by keeping your consciousness level high and live that consciousness, because that's what you're going to be judging yourself on, And so with that, I just want to thank everybody for listening to me and try to clarify a few things there about consciousness, what I was talking about. I'm not a preacher or anything like that. I don't want people to think I'm going off and preaching, but I just don't want people to think that I'm a nutcase either, and go out that way. So I just kind of want to explain to people that way so that they can understand. The people that have a high consciousness level, they will know exactly what I'm talking about. The ones that have zero or below, I'm just babbling.
And then it's our responsibility to bring their consciousness level up.
Well, it's nobody's responsibility. You're responsible for your own consciousness. But then certain people, I'm just clarifying what I was speaking of in case I left somebody hanging last week because, I gave a lot of information out.
Well, we're real thankful for what you have to say.
And you know what I'm saying? And now that the people have to digest it, I want them to know that even all that's going on, we Sinixt are all right in our consciousness. We still have a high consciousness level, and we know that these people can't catch up. So we're not worried about that. But the ones that do have raised this high consciousness level, we don't want to lose you. Mm-hmm. We want you to keep that right up there and just have your, whatever faith it is, I don't care. I'm not talking about faith, but whatever keeps whatever built your consciousness up so high now is correct. So hang on to that. And just keep being good people, and I respect all of you, and I want to thank each and every one of you for listening to me again tonight, and this evening rather, and I just want to wish you all a real good spring and everything, and I'll be talking to you from time to time, so if you don't mind.
No, that sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna catch you later then, bro, and thank you all, everybody out there. Thanks.
Thank you, Kia Haskett.
Why?
Very, very honored that you're there. That was Kia Haskett, and he is one of the elders of the Sinixt, and we've basically invited him to come on our show anytime, as we recognize at KSAMA Radio that we live in Sinixt land, and the very first people of this place were the Sinixt, and not only were they the first people, they were the mother tribe.